Yaga. You know, when I first started on my journey, I was watching videos like how I'm making, and the content creator would say, start making your own videos. And I looked at them like, this person is crazy. What would I have to say? What kind of videos should I make? So here I am saying the same message to you, passing the torch. Start making your own videos. So on our journey, on our walk, we all have different versions of the same story. Like, that's what I call it, the Cinderella story. People are trying to humble you, people are trying to mock you, trying to make you feel irrelevant. And I'm not immune to any of these lessons, so these videos are in a way for myself. So this is why you should switch up your routine. I experienced another street theatre today as I was working out outside on the bars. There was a guy who, you know, he would come a few times, he would say hello. In fact, two of them have seen me there a few times. One of them I've spoken about exercises with. And this guy, I think he was in his 60s. So this guy, a bit older, he's in his 60s. I've seen him a couple of times and he wanted to learn what I was doing. So I said, the next time you see me, if you want to join in, come and grab me and I'll show you the exercises. So today he said we just happened to come at the same time. So we get there and slowly by slowly more people start turning up. And I show him the exercises, and as I'm showing him the exercises, he somehow always positioned himself to be behind me. And as I'm showing him the exercises, there's another guy who I've seen on occasion who I say hello to, and they're both sort of gesturing. So after this happening a few times, I pause at him and I say to him, listen mate, can you focus on what we're doing? You know, you need to like really pay attention to the exercises. And then he started saying to me, oh, calm down, don't worry, yeah, I'm listening, I'm just looking at my bag because, hold on, the sun's in the, sorry, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm just looking at my bag. Oh, there's an expensive camera in my bag. Oh, there's an expensive camera. I need to check my bag. But what he's doing is communicating with his eyes. Narcopaths always do this, by the way. They scout you out and they befriend you, pretend to be friendly, pretend to be your friend. Both of them did that. And slowly over the time, they're doing these tests, and then they work out whether you're someone that would be a good suitor, you would be a good host, parasitical relationship, you would be good to start to siphon energy from. If you react, if you respond, you would be a good target. And I'm someone who's learning the game, and I'm still very much can be targeted and react to these parasites. So he was like, calm down, calm. And I go to him, look, I'm going to tell you once, focus on what we're doing or I'm going to stop this. So I told him. So we continued to do it. And after we finished, he ran over to this other guy that he was pulling faces with. And that guy and him were doing it, you know, pulling faces and stretching and acting like he wasn't talking to him, but he was. And as I was doing my exercises, every exercise I was on the next one would be occupied. So the people that had turned up were watching as I was showing him the exercise in the routine, and every bar that I needed, they wanted to upset me by being on that, occupying that bar and taking time and trying to aggravate me. So I will just move on to the next bars with my workout. So this is something to, I like this bike, nice little setup. This is something to remember to, as I always say even to myself, is to keep our information, keep our empathy, our attention, our validation to ourselves or to people who are proven that they deserve it. This man was just using me as some sort of supply source. He would say, calm down, wanting me to explain, wanting me to get upset. Him and the other guy came over and was trying to say goodbye to me, and I gave him a muted response. It's the same, he reminds me of the lady that I pulled back from and started the smear campaign because I stopped giving her access. These two characters, these NPC characters that are in my life code game, I'm going to also do the same to, very much of the grey rock. It's just that they have identified me as the perfect supply source. Remember, narcopaths, they choose people that care. They choose people that are very knowledgeful, spiritually strong. They choose people whom, are shining bright in the spiritual world, have a high aura about themselves. And they start siphoning your energy off. They start making you question yourself. So if they were to gang up on you, you start feeling that it's your fault and feeling less than. But I'm very much forthright in my knowledge, in my ability, in my pathway. So there is no framework they could bring forth that I haven't seen before. There's no framework they could try in terms of their manipulations and their falsehoods. So look out for this sort of street theatre. It's all about energy. It's all about getting your attention. It's all about validation and ganging up on you. They need to gang up on you, as I keep saying, and I will keep saying. But there is nothing they can do or say that will change my mind. They know who I am, and now I know who they are. Keep on being aware, guys. Keep on spotting the games and keep moving forward in a positive way.